Ooh, I see people coming in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. I have show and tell. I'm so excited. I had a really super fun September. I'll let you guys in on what I've been stitching at home for the last month. Not a little project, but that's okay. No comments yet. Somebody should say something so I can see comments. So I know you're really there. But I see thumbs up, so that's always a good start. First things first, I'm Leah, and we're at my sewing room today. Oh, there's Esther and Judy. Hello, hello, welcome. First things first. One of the things I do a whole lot of around, when Adrian, embroider along, so much good stuff. Okay, so today is all about the fun thing I've been doing for the last month. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of something that is new in store. We have class to support it right away here. Yeah, so excited. So anyway, today is all about OESD and scissor tail stitches embroidery and specifically tiling scenes. So tiling scenes, turns out they're one of my very favorite things to make. Part of that is my setup at home where I can hit go on my machine and go do other things and my tiling scene just magically happens for me. But part of it, it's just so pretty when they're done. So what I've got for you, I started the Happy Snowman right kind of the beginning of September. I've made two, neither is stitched together all the way, but I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of what it looks like in block form. And then we'll talk about the class and some of the things you can add in to make your life easy. So I'm not going to make you wait. It's just really pretty. So go to that camera. That is the overview of Happy Snowman. So this is the new OESD tiling scene. The artwork was done by Donna Gelsinger, who does art for OESD designs. And then their magical team of digitizers turns it into embroidery. So this started its life as you could get it as a thread kit. So I happen to have lots of the colors already. So I didn't go for the thread kit, but there is a thread kit available. We can order it. There's one on order right now. Started its life as a thread kit, some Kona solid fabric, heavyweight tearaway stabilizer, and fusible woven. And then add in a bunch of time and you have magic. Sorry, it's sideways. My camera setup in here is a little bit odd today. But I'm just gonna pull out one of my very favorite blocks in here. I'll show you guys up close just how much stitching is actually in some of those blocks. So these stitch in a 5x7 hoop, so you don't need a big embroidery machine to do this. You need a 5x7 hoop. And then your time. There's some metallic thread in the background there. There's a yenmet, a metallic in the sky there. But yeah, lots and lots of fun. So much fun. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I actually haven't had it. I haven't had the whole thing out like this until this afternoon. I've had all the blocks just stacking up in my sewing room. So today was the first day I actually put them out. I did it about half an hour ago. I'm pretty giddy. It is super duper amazing. So anyway, tiling scene. We're doing this as a class, an embroider along class, because I know some people don't necessarily need the class for the instruction. Sometimes we need classes for accountability. Because if you sign up for a class and you have to have the steps done by the next class, there is that, deadline. I work better with a deadline. I didn't have a deadline for this one other than I really wanted it done so I could go stitch other things. So the class is starting October 20th. We're going to run it every third week. It's a lot of embroidery in all of these tiling scenes that on the whole isn't super hard embroidery to do, but you might just need the accountability factor of, I'm going to check in 3 weeks. I'm going to aim to have this many of my blocks done. That's my goal with class, because sometimes that's that's what we need. And then we'll go over getting started, check in the middle, make sure you're not having any issues. If you are having issues, we'll resolve them. And then our final class will talk all about assembly, because these are a little stiff and crunchy. They need some persuasion to lay super flat. And then we'll talk about techniques and how you might want to finish this in the long run. One of the other ladies here made one of the previous Christmas ones, and she's picking hers up from the framer, and she had it mounted, like properly mounted in a frame with glass, as more of a keepsake. So you can make it as a wall hanging, you can make it as art, like you're putting enough time in here that it warrants framing and being artwork on your wall. I personally don't hang art on my walls like in frames. That's a whole lot of like me being more organized than I am. I like making the things, they never make it to the wall. That's a different Leah, not this Leah. Maybe someday. But I've got a nice little spot in my stairwell where this is going to fit absolutely beautifully. I have a different one for Christmas, so you'll probably get to see pictures of that in the next couple days. It's almost done too. Did that one in August. It's all in pieces right now as well. But that'll be my Christmas one. It'll go up in December. This will be my winter one. And it will be there, January, February, and brighten up my stairwell with a happy snowman, not the dreadful winter stuff that we're not going to talk about. So that's roughly the format of the class. Class is $75. You can call to register. There is a ton of options for tiling scenes, and we have most of them in stock, and we have a lot of the thread kits in stock right now. But if we don't have the one you're after and you want to get it, give us a shout early so that you can get your thread kit and get started kind of right when class gets started. We will be recording the class, so if attending a virtual class on Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. doesn't work in your schedule, have no fear. We'll get you in there in the virtual format, and it'll be recorded and available in a couple days. So that's the beginning point here. Designs that may interest you. I have a very large stack. I pulled everything we had in store. Grab them all. There's something for everybody. And a couple of them are out of... Oh, no, this one is here. So, in no particular order. If you don't want a scenery one, this is called Modern Expressions Tiling Scene. This is a lot of decorative stitching in tiling scene format. It doesn't make the same kind of picture, but same idea. Different end game. You could expand this out as big as you want. Happens to be a pillow in this format. So I'm going to switch cameras here. That's the only other sample I have with me. The rest are pinned to the wall in the front of the store. So in tiling scene options, modern tiling scene is very much not... No, we need to switch to the camera that I'm trying to show you guys. Modern tiling scenes is that one. We're going to do the not Christmas ones first. How about that? Maybe you need a gift for a little one. The Aquatic Adventures tiling scene is a ocean scene. A little bit of applique in it. Way less stitch intensive, but super duper adorable. Peel out, we're going to peel out the ones that aren't Christmas, in case you're not a Christmas person. That's not really technically Christmas. Okay, another modern petals, similar to the first modern one. And I don't care which tiling scene you pick for your class. Do one that's going to make you happy in the long run. This one is super pretty. Picturesque peacock. If any of you saw Facebook live videos last summer, like August 2020, I made this white buck tiling scene as a gift for my father-in-law last year, and then made a second one for me. This is what's currently hanging in my stairwell. I absolutely love it. Maybe you're more of like a covered bridge kind of person. Country Spring Lane. Morning Autumn Pasture. This would be lovely if you know somebody with horses and a lovely red barn. Peacock tapestry is really super funky. It's got some specialty stitching techniques that we can touch on if that's the one you choose. Got a couple here. Oh, nope, that's not Christmas. Ooh, these ones are good. Fishing with Grandpa. Super cute. Be a lovely, lovely thing to take to a cabin. So would this one. Some applique in this one as well. Nope, no, maybe that's all stitching. Lots of stitching on there. Lake Life. And then we get into the more different ones. So Celestial Stained Glass. It's super cool. One of the earlier ones we had by Donna, same artwork as the Happy Snowman, Donna Gelsinger artwork, Oh Holy Night Thailand Scene. This one we definitely have thread kits in stock for. I've seen pictures of it and it is absolutely stunning. So, you want to start with something easier. Scissortail Stitches is the junior brand. Faster, easier to stitch projects from Scissortail Stitches. Miriam Bright would be a really good Thailand scene to try. There's 2 colorways listed in the thread chart. We have thread kits on order, I believe. I know we sold one of them yesterday. But you can either do it in kind of gold and silver or traditional red and green. And then there's another one coming by Shannon Roberts, releasing in November. I think it's called Peace on Earth. So it's not quite here yet. So that one's there. We've got another Nativity Thailand scene. This is an older OESD design, but still totally viable and totally beautiful. Dashing Through the Snow. Dashing Through the Snow. Like I said, Happy Snowman, new out this year. It looks so much better in person than it does on the cover of the pattern. It's so pretty. Santa's Workshop. I have a thread kit in stock for sure for Santa's Workshop. It's in behind me. And this is all done in grayscale, which is really cool. Kind of a chalkboard kind of feel to it. Starry Night, the artwork was by Donna Gelsinger again. We've got a thread kit available for this one. I've made 3 of this one. Night Before Christmas. I'm working on my 4th Night Before Christmas. This was my other go-to Christmas gift last year. I gave away 2, and then I was really sad that I didn't have one for me. So I've got another one partly made for me and another one for another Christmas gift for a sibling that didn't get one last year. So Night Before Christmas also comes in that other alternate grayscale colorway. Ah, it's pretty. I really like this one. And we can pull a thread kit. Good point. Both Anne and Tyler are throwing up comments all over the place, which I greatly appreciate. Christmas Eve Thailand scene. We have this one done in the store. It has some applique in it, so it's pretty sure there's some applique in that one. Also very doable. It's narrower. It's not as tall, but it's very cool. And then we've got a Moonlit Nightscape, which has some funky piecing in it as well with the backgrounds. So there's a lot of options available for you. There's giant stacks of designs. Find the one that makes you happy. That's what class is for. I want you to put all the time and effort into something you're going to love or that you're going to gift away and somebody's going to be really happy with. So the other things you are going to need, most definitely for sure, to do any of the tiling scenes. Just gonna keep grabbing more stuff and throwing it in front of everybody. Mostly quilting cotton is used in these. I've used mostly Kona solids. In these heavier, denser ones, you don't see a lot of the fabric in behind, except in like sky and background. But the Kona cotton needs some structure and some support. We're gonna talk fusible woven. It's gonna be your best friend. And then heavyweight tearaway stabilizer. Depending on your tiling scene, this might be 1 or 2 layers of this. And then the magic trick at the end that we'll talk about in class is how you're going to press these to have your wall hanging. Lay flat at the end. A clapper will be your friend, as well as an OESD press cloth. So, like I said, I'm going to get all the stuff back off the table, and we'll look at we'll look at my art project again. Because why not? You're here watching me live. They let me have the camera, and they said I could do whatever I wanted. I think that's how that went. Ooh, this is the thing I should not forget to mention. So all of these things, embroidery designs, OESD thread, stabilizer, they all count towards your free CD for the month. And the free CD from OESD for spending $89 Canadian is the warm and cozy mug rugs and cup wraps. Ooh, good question in there. Patty. Excellent question. I have Kona Shimmer behind me. Speaking of Kona Shimmer, so I've used mostly Kona. Kona came out with a new series of Kona this year that's sparkly. So Kona Shimmer has a bit of a shimmer to it. It's not the entire Kona range available this way, but a fair number of them. You could definitely use Kona Shimmer for that background sky. There's the Yenmet is a pearlescent thread in the background there. So it might be a matter of playing with the color of the Kona Shimmer and the color of the thread for that background to see if that's going to make you happy. It might make you super happy. The Kona Shimmer is really nice. A lot of these blocks are entirely covered in stitching, but these Konas the Kona Shimmer should be color matched to a regular Kona. And you could play with both. There should be a regular Kona of this blue that you can use in where you have sky pieces. Grab the same blue for your not sky pieces. It would be an option. But one way is to test it out and see what you think. Do a test block at the beginning to see if you like your colorway. So we're just gonna go to that again because it's here and I can. So there it is. Very big happy snowman. Hopefully early next week I will have him all stitched together and hanging in the store somewhere where you can come and not touch it with your dirty hands. we'll get it somewhere where you can see it up close and maybe touch it if you need to, but it is all stitching. So super pretty. Lots and lots of fun. Lots of fun. Other things coming up that you should be aware of. Oh, I forgot to write the rest of the announcements. I got so excited about this that I forgot everything else that was happening in store. There is a Bernina sale on right now until, I'm thinking the 19th of October, which is coming up end of next week. So there's some brunettes on there. There is some sergers. There's a Q16, which is Bernina's 16-inch long arm on there. So those are available. Bernina sale. We have stock on almost everything. Man, I had other notes. Oh, and I'm doing another class also starting October 20th in the mornings on the Remember Tiling Scene, which is all applique, scenery applique. So we'll talk more about that another day when I have it with me. It will make way more sense then, but it's scan and cut friendly. So those are a couple of the things that I definitely know about today, and there's chats all over the place that I'm having trouble keeping up with. But I think Ann and Tyler have answered most of the questions. So yeah, we would love to have you in class. Would love to have you in class. If you have questions about product or you want a thread kit pulled for any of those designs, contact order desk at mysewingroom.ca. If you have questions specifically related to the class once you're registered, education at mysewingroom.ca is how you get a hold of us for education questions. There's more stuff in the works, but this is all I know today. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope to see you in class. And if you're making tiling scenes without coming to class, I'd love to see photos. You can share them in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, you do need to answer the questions. There's only 2 of them. But if you don't answer the questions, Anna and I don't let you in. So please answer the questions. We'd love to have you in our group. It's a great place to share what you're working on if you have questions. And sometimes we just need to brag with people who like sewing things, because husbands or significant others or kids don't always get how much fun you're having. But we're all for having a good time and seeing what you guys are up to. So Facebook group would be a great place to be, and you can find that on our Facebook page. And we have some more stuff coming out on YouTube this week that I filmed end of last week. And Anne filmed some stuff. So there's more stuff coming your way on YouTube as well. So I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and